Hey guys, this is your host Rahul from Techno Area, and today we are having a new device from Infocus. This is a high-end flagship device which you can say, and it's the Infocus M812, which is the latest offering from the company, and it is going to be available at the price tag of 19,999, or you can say 20,000 for Indian market. So in this video we are going to do a review of this smartphone. So let's get started. Let's start our review with the build and design quality of this device. So the build and design quality of this device is very much solid, and it comes in a metal frame, which you can see. It has got a full metal frame which runs all across its body. You can see there is a metal frame on side and on back as well, which makes it a very solid and premium device to hold in hand. And when you hold this device in hand, you will feel a premium device which you are holding in your hand. So when it comes to connectivity ports, then on the right side you will find a SIM tray. There are two trays, and this will be your primary SIM, and here you can either insert a secondary SIM or you can insert a SD card for memory expansion. At bottom you will find your micro USB port for charging and data transfer, and there are your speakers at the bottom. So it means when you place this device on a flat surface, then audio is not going to be muffled in any way. On left side you will find your power and sleep button, followed by your volume rockers. These are the metallic button and will give you a good amount of feedback. At top you will find a 3.5mm audio jack for the headphone. At back you have here is your secondary mic for noise cancellation. This is your 13MP rear camera along with dual tone LED flash and nice Infocus branding over here. Here is your 4G logo, which means this device also supports 4G. So you can insert your LTE enabled SIM card to get the faster internet on this device. At front you will find an 8MP front facing camera along with nice metal earpiece, and your sensors are placed over here. And here is your 5.5-inch full HD display screen, which provides quite a good viewing angle, and we will talk about screen in display section. Below display you have your 3 touch capacity button. Actually these are the on-screen button. So there is a big bezel at the bottom side of this device, which makes it a big device, and it's not a very easy thing to reach all corner of this device while you are holding it in one hand. The overall build quality and the design language of this phone looks quite good, and it do feel a premium device which you are holding in hand. These black strips also add beauty to the phone, and it looks quite a good device, very built and nice device which you are going to hold in hand. Now let's talk about under the hood feature of this device. So let me just open a third-party app which is CPU-Z. This device also runs on Snapdragon 801 processor, which is clocked at 2.5 GHz. It's the same processor which Infocus has used on its M810 smartphone, and this is a quad-core processor which you will find on this device. Apart from processor, this device comes with 3 GB of RAM, which you will find on this device, and as I told you, this device comes with 5.5-inch full HD display screen with a pixel density of 403. Let's see the sensor which are available on this device. So there are plenty of sensors which you will find on this device, like accelerometer sensor, gyroscope sensor, acceleration sensor, rotation vector, step counter, step detector, motion detector, game rotation, and plenty of other sensors are there on this device. So this is the under the hood feature of this smartphone. Now let's talk about the software part of this device. Unlike other smartphones which we had seen from Infocus, this device comes with a app drawer, and it's not having a flat UI which we had seen on other smartphones from Infocus. And let me go to the UI. The UI of this smartphone is pretty much clean, and there are a couple of apps which come preloaded with this device, like you will find Snapdeal app and weather forecast, power directive, and some more apps which come preloaded on this device. So let me go to setting and see the Android version which is running on this device. This device runs on the latest version of Android, which is Android Lollipop. It runs on Android 5.0.2. Actually it's not the latest version, but it's one of the latest versions which this device is having. This device do support some motion control, like you can turn over to reject the call, volume quiet to pick up, and direct answer and call. With this motion control you can set up according to your needs. When it comes to storage scenario, this device comes with 16 GB of internal storage, and apart from 16 GB internal storage you will find around 10 GB of free storage on your first boot, as we had installed a couple of apps. That's why it's showing around 8 GB of free storage for us. You can always insert a micro SD card to expand its memory, and USB OTG is also supported on this device. However, you do not have any option to make your SD card as a default write disk, so you cannot install apps on your SD card directly. When it comes to app scenario, this device comes with 3 GB of RAM, and apart from 3 GB of RAM you will get around more than 1 GB of RAM on your first boot. And as you can see, there are a couple of apps running on the background. Still it's showing around 1.6 GB of free RAM on for us. So you are going to get plenty of free RAM for you. You can always change the launcher. There are two launcher, Easy Launcher and Launcher Plus. Easy Launcher, in Easy Launcher when you enable it, you will find apps will be bigger, like all icons will be bigger. This device do support tethering. You can always create a Wi-Fi hotspot, and Bluetooth tethering and USB tethering is also possible via this device. So the overall UI of this device is pretty much clean, and it's nearly stock UI which you'll find. However, there are a couple of apps which are there which comes preloaded on this device, and the UI is pretty much smooth, and we haven't faced any kind of lag in our usage. We are using this device from couple of weeks and we haven't faced any kind of lag or delay in opening of apps. UI is pretty much clean for this device. Now let's check some of the benchmarking tests which we had run on this device. So on N10 it has got a score of 42,226, which is a quite good score for a device which comes at a price tag of 20,000. So it's going to be a good score for this device. Now let's see the score on Quadrant. So on Quadrant it has got a score of 25,621, which is again a very good score for this device. Now let's see score on Ninamark. So on Ninamark it has got a very good score of 59.4 frames per second. It is a very good and very respectable score which this device has scored. On multi-touch this device supports up to 10 touch button, which is again a good score for this device. The overall UI of this device is pretty much good, and the processor which is in this device is the Snapdragon 801 processor, which again a very good processor which can handle heavy multitasking and HD games without having any major issue. This device also having 3 GB of RAM, which is quite good, and the combination of Snapdragon 801 along with 3 GB of RAM is pretty much good, and it can easily handle high-end games without having any major issue. So we had tried playing heavy games like Asphalt 8, GT Racing 3 and did heavy multitasking on this device, and we haven't faced any kind of lag, or you can say any major issue was not there on this device. So it can easily handle your heavy multitasking without having any major issue. So if you are gaming lover and you love to play HD games or high-end games, then this device can easily handle those games without having any issue. However, when you play game on this device, then there will be a issue, and it's the heating issue. Actually it's a metal device which has metal frame all across its body, so when you play game for a longer period of time, you will find this device getting heat up from this area, and it do heat up. If you are playing game for approximately 30 to 40 minutes, then you will start feeling heat over this area. This device has some heating issue which you will find when you play heavy games or do multitasking for a longer period of time. Now let's move ahead in our review and let's check out its camera. The UI of its camera is pretty much simple. You will find some of the setting over here, like you can adjust the shutter control, you can touch the screen to take shots, or you can do smile shutter or wing shutter as well. When it comes to self timer, there are timers which you can apply to click images, and you can always adjust the white balance of the image. There are some effect also which you can apply on the images which you are clicking, and there are plenty of effect which you can choose from them. And there is some screen mode also. You can adjust the screen mode according to your needs. Like there are plenty of screen modes which are available on this device, and you can adjust them according to your needs. And there is some modes also like this. You can always click images in this normal mode, beauty shot, brush shot, best shot, and there are some other modes which are available for you. Let me just show you some of the images which we had captured using this device in the rear 30MP camera. I must say that this 30MP rear camera can shoot good images out of it, and you will find that the color reproduction on these images are quite good, and the colors look quite sharp, and the images also looks quite sharp. We had took these images in daylight, and you can see the detailing are there, and the color reproduction and the sharpness of image is again going to very good for you. Overall camera performance of this device is pretty much good, and you can get some good images using the rear camera of this device. An 8MP front facing camera also which can shoot very good selfies. Let me shoot a selfie for you and show you the image quality. You can see the color reproduction and the detailing on this image is again going to be good, and it has captured this image under the artificial light, and still there are quite good detailing and the sharpness in this image which you can find over there. Now let's talk about the screen of this device. So it comes with 5.5-inch full HD display screen, and the viewing angle on this device are quite good. You can view screen from extreme angles as well, and the color are not fading out in any way if you view screen from extreme angle as well. So the color sharpness and the color reproduction on screen is again good, and the touch response on screen is very good, and you can easily swipe from one screen to another without having any issue. One thing which we love on this device is its battery. The device comes with 2900 mAh battery, and in our test this device has survived a full day without having any issue, and we played some games, watched movie over YouTube, and the Wi-Fi was on almost all time on the device. Still this device managed to survive a full day without having any issue. So it's a good thing that it has come with a very good battery life, and it can give you a battery life of full day if you are a moderate user. You might not be having any issue with the battery of this device. So that's it from us guys for this video. If you have any question regarding this device, then do comment below. We will be happy to answer you. If you like this video, then don't forget to press a thumbs up for us, and do subscribe to our video channel by pressing a subscribe button below. So this is your host Rahul signing off. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you.